Warhammer 40k Darktide is a little more than a month away, and I don't know about you guys, but I am freaking pumped for this game. I'm so hype, in fact, that I had to make a list and narrow down my excitement into 5 things. So today I'm going to share with you guys the 5 things that I am most excited about for the upcoming 40k Darktide game. Number 5, character customization. Darktide is naturally the next evolutionary step for Fatshark. In Vermintide 2, cosmetics eventually grew to play a larger role in the lifecycle of the game. The developers were smart to capitalize off of the popularity of these elaborate outfits, as it not only earned them more revenue but added more value to Vermintide 2. With Darktide, Fatshark is taking it one step farther. Players will be able to completely customize their convict from the ground up. You will be able to choose between different predetermined classes, a backstory, and different personality choices, which have an actual effect on your character's voice lines, perks. Cosmetics will also be able to be customized. Headgear, upper and lower body armor / clothing, and accessory cosmetic items like custom decals can all be chosen by the player. To me, this is incredibly cool. I'm such a nerd for these little details. I'm the kind of person that can get really into a game if I let myself. So the more immersion there is, like these little kind of outfit details, it just makes it more personal for the player. You know, it kind of connects you more to the game. So I'm really excited about this. Number 4, the voice acting. While Vermintide 2 has, in my opinion, the best melee combat out there, it was the incredible voice acting that has cemented it in the minds of so many people. And Darktide looks like it's going to be no different. I mean, just look at some of these voice actors.
Beneficent Emperor, it will not die! The God Emperor guides our blows upon the creature's vile head. The head! Aim for the head! You think I don't know that?
Great swagger! Just pray we never get lost in the warp!
Thank the Emperor for the ability of the navigators who guide us safely.
This world be but one of a million that make up the Imperium.
Just tell me who to grutting hit. Space Marines fight good. Emperor's finest.
Sure, wouldn't mind some power armor though, eh?
Dost thou think the importance of Guliman's Codex Astartes shall ever be equalled?
Tried a book once. Didn't like the taste.
I watched a world die. 8,000 years of defiance gone in an eye blink. With it went some of the finest soldiers I had the honour to serve alongside. Not for glory, not for victory, not even for defiance, but because sooner or later the void swallows everything. I learned something that day. No world, no bestie, and maybe no faith is impregnable. The agents of the enemy are everywhere. Watching, plotting, waiting. Only thing to be done with heresy is to root it out with fire and steel.
Number 3, the enemies. The breakdown of enemies in Darktide will be similar to Vermintide 2. There will be hordes and roaming enemies, likely just poxwalkers, and these are intended to be quote-unquote easy fun for players until you kind of get overrun and then there's just too many of them. Then there are elites, stronger, possibly armored enemies that will break up the flow of combat and really mess your day up. I'm expecting elites to be Mobian 6 soldiers at this point. Finally, there will be both specials, mini-bosses, and monsters. Specials are also known as disablers in Vermintide 2 and can quickly grab or down a player and make a stressful situation much worse. Mini-bosses would be something like a Plague Ogre, sort of the Chaos Warrior equivalent in this game. Monsters are big boys that will require everyone's attention, challenge the group, but also potentially distract them during a horde. Overall, I can't wait to see what Fatshark has cooked up for us. This structure of enemies was incredibly fun and also challenging in Vermintide 2, and I expect it to be just as good in Darktide. Number 2, the world. The 40k universe is known for its dark and gritty environments. Gigantic hive cities that are the size of entire continents, heavily industrialized societies, dark, grimy-looking places that give off a feeling that machinery has taken over. From what we have seen so far, it looks like Fatshark has captured the look of the 41st millennium perfectly. Now, many things made Vermintide 2 great, but for me, it was always the maps. I'm a sucker for world building. The way they were designed and the way the world looks still blows me away, even 4 years later. In my opinion, Fatshark is an incredibly talented studio, and I believe we will see that same level of quality in Darktide. And number Number 1, the combat. As someone that has played literal thousands of hours in Vermintide 2, I've become something of a combat snob. I will often joke with friends that Vermintide 2 has literally ruined other games for me because the melee combat in Vermintide 2 is just that much better than anything else in any other game that you could ever find. So to potentially have a second game of that quality of combat, yeah, I'm pretty excited for that. And at the end of the day, you know, I really just have complete trust in Fatshark that they will be able to create fun, satisfying combat for us. That's it for me, guys. I'm really excited about Darktide, and I'm in particular really excited about all the things I mentioned here today. If you like this video, leave a like, feel free to subscribe to this channel, and leave a comment. Let me know what you're excited about for the upcoming Darktide. See you guys in the next video.